The Discord know. They know we've been cooking. They know we've been cooking, man. The Discord knows. They know. They know. They know what we've been doing, man. We've been going absolutely crazy in there, man. You know? You know? Before we even get started, make sure you guys are liking this live stream, though. I'm gonna try to be live more often, just because. Just because. Yes, yes, we were one of the first people telling you about 2 years ago almost that the market was gonna run up like it has. Okay, now I'm telling you the market's still gonna go. It still has a bit more juice in it, but you want to prepare for what's to come on the other side of huge run-ups. Okay, I mean that's just the market is the market, So we will be discussing that a lot more. The bearish side. But that's I wouldn't even say to worry about that. We still have higher to go. Okay, crypto hasn't taken off. Tesla, you see, is still trying to. Tesla looks very, very good. We caught Tesla inside of the Discord. People made a lot of money. But yeah, we still got a lot more plays to catch. There's no reason to flip bearish right now. Like you want to flip bearish maybe by Q4. Okay, we'll see. But like I said, make sure we get to 2K likes and then we'll get started. And yeah, well, you guys know how these live streams go. You guys know how they go, okay? I know I haven't been live in a while, but you know how they go. I don't look at individual stocks until we've looked at the Qs, until we've looked at, the dollar, etc. Okay, so make sure we get those likes out the way, and then we'll continue. We'll continue. That kind of looks like an inverted head and shoulders. Join WOM now or French kiss Shaq is crazy. Baba, we'll look at Baba, MU. We'll look at MU. We made so much money on MU though, so ready to get the bag. You think we green this week? Hey, we'll be talking about a lot of stuff. What is this week gonna look like for Nike? When is Riot gonna do something? Oh yeah, we got some good questions. Which I expected. I haven't been live I haven't been live in a while, so I expect some decent questions. So, anyways, if you look at the Qs, okay, I told you guys this is going to end up getting to 500, okay? I don't know. I went live, I believe on this dip, maybe like June 1st. I haven't been live in a while. But I told you that the Qs is going to end up getting to 500, okay? This is just based off some easy Fibonacci, okay? You come over here, you do this, and to me, it looks like it's going to continue to march upwards to 500. Now, what's going to happen next week? I think we might get a slight little pullback just because we failed to make a higher high right here. Okay, it stopped halfway through. All right, so until we at least break back above 483 on the Qs and hold above there, that's when we should anticipate some more movement to 500. Now it is going to get to 500, whether you think so or not. But there's dips you should buy, and this, to me, I think. Until it can get back above 483, I wouldn't really even touch it, okay? But this isn't where you want to short it either, which is funny. Okay? You're in a bounce zone. So coming into next week, the main thing that I'm paying attention to is seeing what it does below 478 and above 484 or 483. Okay, so inside of this area, I'm not paying too much attention to it. I mainly like looking at individual stocks as well, but inside of here, it just likes to chop anyways. So until it can break below where we have 479, 478, and you'll get a huge retracement, probably back down to the low of 474, or until it can break above 484, and then you get a some further movement to the upside, which is around 48. Okay, so that's the main thing I'm paying attention to. Now, I like looking at individual stocks anyways. But yeah, like I said, anticipate some more movement to the upside in the coming months, in the coming 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Next week, who knows? You know what I'm saying? We'll look at some individual stocks and we'll be able to tell a bit more. But who really cares what's going to happen in the next week? Or in the next cut, if the market is going higher overall, this is where you look for good buys, like we did with Net inside the Discord, okay? Like we did with OKTA, like we did with BA, and these contracts went over 1,000%. Okay, so like we did with Target. So the main thing that you want to pay attention to is finding good buys, regardless of what the market is doing right now, because you know the market overall is bullish. Okay, it doesn't matter what's happening this week. It doesn't matter what's happening 2 weeks from now. You know the market. You know we're in a bull market, so you just find discounts on decent stocks, on decent formations that you like, and go from there. Okay, so the dollar looks to me like it's double topped. You know, once we start trending below 104, which is the main level you need to be paying attention to, we'll start getting a super run. The prediction that I had in right here for April and June super run, we have had the super run, but I thought it was going to be more so in the small caps versus, you know, still in the bigger caps, the FANG type stocks, which, you know, those are still going crazy. So we might have to continue to postpone this. You know, maybe July through September we get some sort of super run. But and by super run I mean in small caps and crypto, like where you start seeing dollar stocks go to 100, stuff like that. Okay, stuff like that is what I'm talking about. So yeah, you know, we double topped. You should anticipate the dollar to come down even more. I mean, that's not even a question. Okay, the dollar's going to continue to come down. But anyways, put in the comments what individual stocks you guys want to look at. We'll take a peek at them. I don't plan on holding you guys up for too long tonight. Okay, I really don't. I really don't. If you want exact entries in what we're getting into, man, make sure you're inside the Discord. A lot of people want to look at Tesla. We'll take a look at Tesla. We'll move on to a couple other stocks after that, but I see a lot of people ask for Tesla, so you know we're gonna look at Tesla. I know my boy Pete called this inside the Discord, and you guys know my stance on Tesla. A lot of people wanted to turn bearish on it. I kept telling you this is gonna end up retracing bigly, and it looks like it started. Okay, now should you be buying? The main question you should be asking yourself, like, are you getting a good entry on Tesla? You know Tesla's gonna end up going more to the upside, but are you getting a good entry right here? And the answer is hell no, you're not getting a good entry. But if you're looking for, you know, 4 or 5 month out contracts anyways, you know, it doesn't matter when you know we have a price target to over 300. Okay, that's the price target on Tesla that I have now. Will it get to all-time highs? I'm not sure, but I do believe Tesla has much more room to the upside. We talked about this, and I predicted it'll at least get to, you know, the 300s. Okay, it'll at least get back inside of this ratio that you have. This has been the average price for Tesla for, you know, 2-3 years, right here inside of 280, 275. So anticipate Tesla to get into there. In the bigger picture, okay, that I like looking at big picture first. Okay, so in the bigger picture, you should anticipate Tesla to get into this 275, 280. That's for my people looking for, you know, 3, 4, 5 month out calls, which to me is more low risk, and you don't really have to do much, and you can almost guarantee that you make some money. But if you're looking for, you know, 2-3 week out, you know, maybe even next week, it's coming up on a rejection zone that has been rejecting since, you know, you guys know this. You can look at charts. You can look at charts and see what's been happening. I mean, since February of this year, for the past 4 months. I mean, this thing is rejected in February. It came back in April, rejected. It's right here now in June. And will it reject? We'll have to see. But you're not even getting a good entry. My boy Pete was buying right here at 180. It went all the way to 203. Okay, so if you're looking to get into Tesla and you're not looking to get into some far out contracts, I mean, me personally, I would look for it to come and maybe retrace back inside of here, maybe 180 if you want low risk, or maybe even, you know, maybe even this was the retracement that it needed. Okay, so I would look for it to hold 195 coming in the next week. If I was bullish on Tesla and I wanted to get into some calls, there's no way I'd short Tesla, because I just showed you the bigger picture. I mean, even if we look at a bigger, you know, not a bigger, but even a decent sized picture, this thing is inverse head and shoulder. We've seen these take off so much. We're in a bull market. Usually bull patterns play out inside of a bull market, right? So I'd be looking at that. And like I said, I anticipate Tesla to get to 280, 275. And by August 16th, I think Tesla will get there. Okay, I mean, it retested, and it's had 3 daily closes above 195, which is the most important thing. It had one on the daily close right here, one right here, and one right here. So 3 times. I mean, it hasn't done that since You know, you had this chop, and we weren't even in the Tesla era. Okay, this was Tesla had plans to go to 140 before it really retraced. So you're getting 3 daily closes, very bullish. You want to make sure it closes above 195. Okay, and yes, and I think in the next 3 to 4 months, I'll come live again, and we'll see Tesla at 280. We'll see Tesla much above where it is right now. Okay, so let's look at Riot. Riot has been one that has been playing around. It has been playing around. This is why you have to buy like leaps on something like Riot, or just equity, and you just sit and be patient. Okay, I've gave you guys the TA on something like Riot so many times. I'm not even gonna look at smaller time frames, because if you look at it, I mean, it's just chopping right now. It's accumulating. Okay, there's trust me. Wait, don't. It's not financial advice. Look, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. But if you look at Riot, and you know what crypto is going to end up doing, and you know crypto right now is bear trapping people right now, right? You know crypto is going to end up going much higher. It's just weeding out the weak hands, weeding out the impatient people, right? That's what markets do, especially with crypto. So if you know what happened previously, some of you guys remember me in the Discord, you know, back in 2021, where we got into leaps on Riot at $2, and it went all the way to $70, and we ended up making like 5,000% on. Look, you could have turned like $200 into like 20,000 because of the calls that we got into when Riot ran from November 16th, 2020. It was at $3. Okay, $3.40. Then what happened in the next 2 months? February 16th. Maybe 3 months. It was 3 months. It went all the way to $74. Okay, but it sat there and accumulated right here for longer than the rally took. It sat here and accumulated from May all the way until November. Okay, so right now you're getting all this accumulation. You're getting people buying it up, yada yada yada. And what's to come to me is a rally all the way to 127. Now you haven't seen that yet because you haven't gotten the super run that I'm talking about. Okay, so if you're looking for something with Riot, you want to get far, like, man, I would look for 2025 calls if you're getting options, and I would look for equity if you just want to be super patient. Okay, now I could sit here, and the reason I believe it's going to get to 127 is, if you guys remember the run that it had in 2017, we could sit here and draw the Fibonacci's, from the top to the bottom. From 2017, to 2020 is where it bottomed, and it had its first run, and then it went all the way to its 1.618, that second run. It literally hit it perfectly right here. Okay, so if the same thing happens, which, I mean, 3 times a charm, right? Might as well happen 3 times, and it's accumulating at a higher price than it was, back in 2020. Regardless, we could see Riot getting to 126, which is his 1.618 as well. Okay. And I think crypto is going to go absolutely crazy this cycle, especially because you have so much retail coming in. You know what? We're not going to talk about crypto right here. If you want more, why I believe, why I believe crypto is going to go crazy, just join the Discord. Okay, go to the link in the bio, hop in there, and we look at some crypto stocks as well. Anyways, or crypto tokens as well. All right, let's look at Disney. I got a couple of people asked about Disney, and to be honest, I want to look at Disney as well because I know it hasn't ran, and I know it will eventually run. Okay, these stocks that you see that are at discounts, which Disney is at a massive discount, especially when you know how much IP Disney has, and when you know that Disney usually is a late runner inside of bull markets, and it's usually a late one. It usually runs after everything else is ran, and I just know that based off what happened in 2020, 2021. But if you look at where Disney's sitting right now, first of all, it's sitting in a buying area. Some of you guys remember when I was telling you to please buy Disney right here. And a lot of you guys were impatient, because it sat here and consolidated from November all the way until January. And we ended up getting, I think we got we got April. We got the April $100 calls, and they were like $200 inside the Discord. Some of you guys remember. And it sat there from November to January. And some people got impatient because we called them in November, and for 3-4 weeks it just sat here and consolidated. And then all of a sudden you had this huge run up to 123, and those same contracts 10x'd. 10x'd. So what you're having right now is a retracement on that huge run that you had from 100 or 89 all the way to 123. That's a $30 move. Now what you're having is a retracement, and guess what? You can now buy it inside of this buying area. Okay, so if you're in the Discord, look, I was looking at Disney last week and I was being patient. I think it's time. Now I'm not looking for I don't care what happens to it next week. I don't care what happens to it in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't care. But what I do know is that in the next 3-4 months, we should see Disney starting to get its feet back under it, like you saw here, and start coming swirling back up. Okay, so I actually really like Disney inside of here. This is the buying area. Okay, and you guys know me. Look, I'm not trying to come in here and tell you guys what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't care what happens to Disney tomorrow. I'm not looking for what's happening to Disney for tomorrow or 2 days from now or 3 days from now. That's too hard to predict. If you want what we're getting into on a daily basis, you got to be inside the Discord, because price action, we're seeing the price action up to date, second by second, right there, where we could literally audible into EMPH or Starbucks or just something that we see that second. Disney might not give you a setup Monday, it might not give you a setup Tuesday, it might not give you a setup Wednesday, but on the weekly chart that we're looking at zoomed out, this is giving you one of the best setups that we've seen. I mean, that's not saying much since we've only seen we only looked at 2-3 stocks, but Disney looks incredible. I like it right here. All right, I would be looking at some maybe November calls or something. Anyways, move on. Let's move on. Put in the comments some stocks you guys want to look at. Put in the see a lot of, look at PLTR. Let's look at PLTR. We already looked at Tesla. If you want to see what happened to Tesla, follow the YouTube. Oh yeah, I don't know when I went live, but when I went live, I said this is probably the exact. This is probably the exact same setup probably when you wanted to buy. I mean, I don't look at PLTR, but right here is where it was getting accumulated, and it looks like it's ready for its next leg up. I mean, this is one of the more obvious charts that you can look at inside the market. Okay. Yeah, as soon as it breaks out of here, it's going straight to $30. I anticipate PLTR to get to $30. Will it go higher? I'm not sure. I don't really like messing with PLTR just because it consolidates a lot and doesn't move that well. But yeah, this is a steady uptrend chart, and it's looking like it's ready to continue its uptrend. I mean, it's in this channel. Now you want it to really be buying at $20, and but because now if the market rejects, which it could, you're sitting at its average, its rejection point of the bounce that you had right here. Okay, this is where people buy it at. Some people like to sell at the average, and you get a little brief retracement, and then it starts heading there. So yeah, I think it looks okay. It's all right. Let's move on. I see people ask about Amazon, and I want to look at Amazon because I think Amazon is gonna go crazy. It already has been going crazy. Yeah, this thing's going all-time highs. It's going to 220. Look, we talked about Amazon so many times. I told you to buy right here. I told you to buy. I kept telling you to buy Amazon, even right here. And, it's doing what I said a while ago. I think this is going to end up getting a 220. It has a lot of room to the upside, okay? A lot of room to the upside. You should anticipate this to continue to make its way higher. I mean, probably to 255, to be completely honest with you. It's going to go crazy. I don't want to look at it because it's already at all-time highs. It's already taken off. You're gonna end up buying someone else's bag, pretty much. You're gonna. So if you're looking to get into Amazon, basically what I'm telling you is it's giving you a nice dip right now. I would look for like if I was to mess with Amazon and I wasn't getting in, back at 170, like this is all bargain area. I would look to try to get in at 185. That's when Big O called it. If you're in the Discord, Big O literally said, get into Amazon right here. It's going to 200. The next 2 days, it went to 200. So some of these stocks, you have to realize unless you're day trading them and you're trying to get in and out real quick, which that's some people's thing. That's other people's not thing. But you want to look for good entries. And to be honest, the people that knew Amazon was gonna go crazy right here, they made a bunch of money. So that's why you get these red candles, people selling it like, yeah. So now I'd be looking for a good entry around like 185 for it to get back inside this area probably. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. We got people asking about Nike, SMCI. What the heck is NNE? Nano nuclear energy. Goddamn, yeah, this thing's probably gonna continue to go crazy, but not my kind of stock. I don't know too much about it. It came out like a month ago and went to 35. It's hella volatile. Let's look at BA. I'm surprised. I'm gonna start looking at stocks. BA is a good one. It's just because I know BA is a good one, and you have to know when you see. Look, man, I'm trying to. If you know stocks at all, charts at all, that BA literally just swept liquidity. Okay, it swept this low right here, and now it's finally ready to make its way to the upside. I think BA has massive potential right here. Even if you see it right here, it's making these lower highs. It doesn't want to go much lower. We actually caught BA calls this week, and they went up over 1,000%. I think BA right now is a sleeper. Not a lot of people are talking about it. I think it's finally ready to make its move to the upside. And when you look at it on a monthly time frame, I mean, what usually happens? You think BA is not going to make an all-time high in the biggest bull market, in the biggest blow-off that you've seen? Come on, man. It's going to end up going a lot higher from here. Let me see. Even on the daily chart, you just want to make sure this holds above 179, okay? The reason I'm saying 179, you had two rejects right here. It consolidated under here, tried again, but now it's finally breaking above this 180, 179 region, even closing above it, bouncing from it. I like it. BA's a really good one. BA's a really good one. As soon as it starts breaking out from 187, this thing's going to 200. All right? This thing's going to 200. Once it breaks out from 187, it's going to 200. It's breaking out from 193, and it's going straight to 200. It's going to fill this gap as well, okay? So BA looks great. BA looks great. It's one that I'd be looking to get like month-out calls. I think the move's going to play out here very soon. And to be honest, if you're in the Discord, you should anticipate me to call out BA. I think BA looks good. And I don't care about BA news right now. I think the worst has already happened to BA, okay? I think the worst has already happened. They do have earnings, however, which should be interesting, July 24th. But it swept liquidity. And the last time it was in this area, it went to 218 and consolidated and then went to 240, okay? So as long as it could continue to close above 180, like the last time it was at 180 was right here, and then it went all the way to 270. Okay, so 180 is a very important level. You want to make sure you get some closes above there and go from there. All right. Anyways, let's move on. Please look at FSLR. Does bro read Twitch chat? No. Well, sometimes I do. I'm reading it right now. If you're looking at snow, the time to have got into it was when it was bull diverging heavy right here. So if I'm looking at snow and I want to get into calls, I wouldn't. And if I was looking to short it, I wouldn't, just because it has momentum. But you probably missed this one. You probably missed it just because you had a clear bull divert. It was clearly bull diverging this entire way, and especially once it got to right here, you could have easily saw that and made some money from that. So if I'm looking at it right now, I'm all right. If anything, I'd wait for a little pullback, or for it to not interested. We already looked at Riot. We looked at Riot. If you didn't look at Riot, I mean, if you weren't in here to look at Riot with us, then you gotta follow the YouTube. We already looked at Amazon, and I do want to look at Pepsi. Oh no, we got people asking about Nike. We'll look at Nike. We'll look at Nike. And Nike, it literally for earnings it crashed. But what you have to know about Nike is this. This is all you got to know about Nike. That's it. This is all you got to know about Nike since 1982. It's been an uptrend. This is one that you can't be bearish on until it shows you signs of being bearish. And to be honest, with a 20% down day, I can see a lot of people looking for equity buys on it, kind of like what you saw right here. You had probably the same amount of down day, and I don't know what's gonna happen next week. Who cares what's gonna happen next week? Who cares what's gonna happen in 2 weeks, 3 weeks? But in 4 to 5 months, when markets are continuing to head higher, you should know that Nike will probably be going up as well, because you have already the huge stocks like Meta, like Netflix, like Amazon, like Apple, like Nvidia already at all-time highs, way beyond all-time highs, and money getting taken out from them and putting in to discounts like Nike, like Disney, like BA, like we saw. Okay, so literally Nike had the same sort of down day, 26%, back in September 2022. This one only 24%. And the last time it went down all the way, 26%, it had a 20% down month, or whatever you want to call it. It proceeded to go from $83 back to $130. Okay, so I think Nike is going to end up being very resilient. Now, I don't know when, but if I was looking at, potentially adding something to my equity portfolio, long-term investing, I'd be looking at Nike. I'd be looking at leaps for Nike. Because if you just zoom out, you can see what Nike does. Okay, it just continues to go up. So, yeah. So if you're looking at dollar cost average into it, I like it. And I'd be looking for 5-6 month out calls. I wouldn't be looking for a month out. I wouldn't be looking for a week out. I wouldn't be looking for 2 weeks out. Okay. And if you want exact entries, just go to the link in the bio. We actually have a July 4th sale, so go right there. Somebody says CMCI. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, dude. Y'all want to look at CMCI? You guys want to look at CMCI? If you guys want to look at CMCI, we'll look at CMCI or SMCI. My bad. He said no. Hell no, we don't want to look at that. Nah, I'm just playing, bro. We'll take a peek at it. It's just, I know I'm not interested in SMCI. I know the contracts are expensive. This is like a day trade. This is like a day trade stock. It's a day trade stock for me. So I'm not even gonna waste your time, bro. I don't look at this stock enough. But I do know if I was a day trader, this is the stock that I'd be looking at. And I don't day trade to that extent. But I know in the Discord, like, there's people that hit SMCI like every single day, and they make a lot of money from it. Okay, but this isn't my kind of. They can probably help you a lot more than I can. And to be honest, this is ugly anyways. It's a day trade stock, like I said. It gives you huge moves on the intraday, but just chops in the bigger picture, kind of like what you see right here. But I do anticipate it to go much higher, just because it is a chip company, a super micro computer. So yeah, but equity, hell no, don't buy equity, bro. Don't buy equity, bro. Not because it's not going to continue to go up, but because you missed the wave. You missed the wave. If I was looking to get equity, I'd be looking for discounts with charts that don't look like this. Look at this chart. Do what you want, bro. It's your money at the end of the day. And if you want, this could end up going back to 1,000. It just depends on what you're looking for. Me personally, no. Just because I know there's better equity buys, better X's that I can make on my money with other things, but Yeah, Chad looks at SMCI. I think Dashing does as well. Like, there's people that kill that stock every day. It's just I don't mess with it. Let's look at Apple. Yeah, Apple's gone. I'm not gonna look at this mainly because I told you. I'm not gonna look at Apple no more. Mainly because I told you it was gonna get to 220. It went to 220, and I'm done looking at it. These are you got to understand. There's times where you really want to be paying attention to getting into Apple and making sure you get an Apple. And there's times where like we knew this was gonna happen. We knew it was gonna get to 220. I told you the measure moves to 220. Not interested anymore. And I was telling you this back when it was 170 down here. You cooked on MSTR, by the way, too. Oh yeah, like MSTR. I begged people to get this at 220 down here, 370, 500. This is gonna go to 3,000. It's sitting at 1,300 right now. It's still gonna go to 3,000. But would I tell people to buy it right now? No. If you didn't get in back when no, I wouldn't. But back down here, I was begging you. Now it's like, like you probably gonna be buying a lot of people's bags. You're gonna be buying some people's bags, man. I don't like that for you guys. I like you getting in early and selling your bags to people who didn't have this information early. Okay. Now the information is kind of late. A lot of people know MSTR is gonna get to 3,000 or it's gonna continue to go up. So now I like getting it to you early. Now I don't know what's wrong with Pepsi, but you should know Pepsi is going to continue to go to the upside. And I do know this is in a demand area, but I wouldn't mess with Pepsi until you get a weekly close above 168. All right, the last 3 weeks it hasn't closed above 168, but once it gets above 168, you see some bounces right here, and you see it continue to go to the upside. We actually caught Pepsi right here, which is crazy, and it went all the way up to 180. That was a good move that we had for Pepsi. So I'd wait for it to start closing above 168 on the weekly time frame and then go from there. Pepsi's bullish. It's Pepsi. But a lot of these stocks that have dividends, they aren't performing well right now because there's so many high flyers like NVIDIA. You can make your money way faster and way easier with stuff like NVIDIA, AMD, Tesla is about to go crazy. A bunch of other stocks. So money hasn't rotated into these just yet. I think it's going to end up getting rotated into soon, but right now it's not. They're just chilling. We looked at Tesla. Yeah, we looked at Tesla already. You missed it. You missed it. I'm not gonna look at NVIDIA. Actually, let's just take a peek at it. When you have a stock split, I told you guys this, when NVIDIA splits, that's usually where you get a pullback, and that's what you've been seeing. Okay, NVIDIA split is historically, okay, this is just what I've seen. Now NVIDIA is different, a different breed type of stock, but usually what I've seen with stocks that have splits, in the 8-9 years that I've been doing this, is that's when they start retracing. That's when people start selling. That's when you get a dip on them. Okay, now it doesn't mean it's not gonna go back up, but you're gonna end up getting a dip, and that's what you got. That's what you got. It was 10 for one, split 2. NVIDIA's definitely built different. We looked at Riot. NVIDIA to $11. What? You must have been following, a long time ago. Baba. I appreciate it though, man. Some people puts on Biden. I appreciate the love, man. Some people, bro, been tuning in for 2-3 years, and it sounds like he's hating. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a hater thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Bro been tuned in for 2-3 years. He can't be hating that hard. He must like what he's seeing. But yeah, I was definitely saying AMD to $11, and then I was like, nah, bro, AMD is gonna end up going crazy. And I've been saying that for like the past 2 years now. So you've been following for a while though. Appreciate the love. DJT. Oh, we got some new people in here today. I love it. I haven't been live in a while, man. I haven't. Just because, like, bro, we've been cooking in the Discord. Like, this is, We'll probably look at a few more and then get out of here. I've been live for around 45 minutes. So like I said, I don't want to hold you guys up for too long tonight. If you want to get more information, join the Discord. There's a July 4th sale. Baba, I'm waiting for a good one. I'm waiting for someone to put a good stock in here. Like, some of these are just chopping. Let's look at Target. And I'm going to look at Target just because I know Target's going to end up going crazy. We caught Target inside of the Discord and made 400%. Target went crazy, okay? So Target, in my opinion, is going to continue to move to the upside. Some of you guys remember when Target had its earnings. I'm so excited about Target, but some of you guys remember Target had its earnings down here at 105. It went all the way to 130. We caught that entire move for earnings, and people made so much money. I made so much money. But what you're having right now is Target, to me, hitting a reversal now. And the reason I'm saying that is because you have the highest volume that it's had in the past 4 weeks. Like, this volume's outstanding. And if you come over here and look at the daily time frame, you see how it's been rejecting this 21 EMA all the way down. Like, you don't have any daily closes except this one above there, and that's when Target is really starting to reverse, like around here. Now you're getting some daily close above this 21 EMA. You haven't had that since it peaked out at 180. I'm telling you right now, Target is a must watch. Okay, it's a must watch. Shoot, even if you get leaps. Somebody asked about equity. What is this? You know, should I get SMCCI equity? And I was like, there's better equity buys. This is a better equity buy. You know, it's not the best, but it's one of them that's decent in my opinion. Because if you look at what Target has done, if you know about Target, I mean, Target is better than Walmart. Target, come on, man. They have their own brand. Look, there's so much that I could talk about with Target, but if we just look at the chart for it, it's continuing to hold above 141, which, if you remember, that's been the support right here. That was the support back here when you had that massive run all the way to 280, okay? So what you're getting right now, to me, is a swirl up because you had two strong bounces at 142. Okay, if I'm looking at Target, I'd be looking for, maybe three, 4 months out on something like this. But this is clearly a one that's going to end up going crazy in my opinion. Okay, I love it. I love Target right here. Inverse head and shoulders swirling up right here as well. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. All right, and this is just a retracement. Like, if you look at what Target's been doing, like the past since October of last year, I mean, this thing is literally went from 100 to 180. So now you're getting a nice retracement on it. So take advantage of this. I love it. It's kind of this is one of the best plays that we looked at today, along with Disney. All right, you guys know me. I don't lead you the wrong way. I haven't been leading you the wrong way since, man, this entire bull run. I've been telling you, we're going to go much higher. Stocks are going to go much higher. And a lot of people are bearish. A lot of people didn't believe. But, hey, man, it don't matter. We're going to make our money regardless. And it doesn't matter. Like, the market is the market. The market doesn't care who is talking. I could be sitting here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So if I say something, it's not like someone can change what the market is going to do just because they don't like me. You understand? Target's definitely hitting 200, for sure. All right. It's been on an uptrend. It's been on a massive uptrend. What you're getting now, I'm not saying this is the trend line, but what you're getting now is just the retracement from the huge bullishness that it's had. It's had an $80 move. Of course, it's going to pull back $30, $40, 50% retrace, of course. So you now have this retracement. And you now have, even some bull divergence that's forming on the daily as well. So to me, this thing's about to go. Where's the group to join? If you go to the link in the bio, you can click on the link tree and it's right there. All right. And just so we're clear, this week, I told you to, we put a watch list out. I told you to look at Net. We cooked up on Net. Net went absolutely crazy. I told you to get in at 70, 78. No, it went down that day. OKTA, we told you to get OKTA. These calls went crazy as well. Target, we told you to get Target swing that went over 400%. I went 4 for 4. A lot of people cooked up, but yeah. And this isn't the group. Look, if you're looking for a call every single day, or not even every single day, but every single second of every single day, do not join, bro. Do not join. Do not join. I had 4 calls. It went 4 for 4. I gave you a Wendy's meal. But some people are like, that's not enough. I want 10. I want 10 calls a day. I'm like, bro. This week we only had gains. I'm not saying every week is gains, but this week was definitely all gains, okay? I'll post my losses. You know what I'm saying? I'll post my losses. It's nothing. I lose. I definitely lose. If you're in the Discord, you know I definitely lose. But the winners definitely outpace. BT. I'm not going to look at BT just because we already looked at Riot. Let's look at Roku. You know, it's funny. There's also crypto, though, too. Like, a lot of people sleep on crypto, but we cook up on crypto. Cheeto got this at 30K. It was at, I think it went to like 180. Look, man, we do it in all avenues. But if you look at something like Roku, I don't really like it just because this might just be a COVID stock. I don't think it's going to end up, you know, I've been wrong before, but I don't think Roku is going to end up going as high as it did back, you know, to 500. Maybe it gets a brief run up when we get that super run that I talked about when you have the dollar collapsing. But, you know, I'm not a Roku fan, but I will say the setup is there. Like, the setup is there for it to be bullish. Just every single time the setup is there for it to be bullish. Like, it doesn't be as bullish as it should be. But you are getting huge bullish divergence. Some of you guys, if we looked at Snow, like, this is the exact same setup that Snow had, but Snow was on the daily time frame. This is on a weekly time frame. That's telling me that it's going to end up going a lot higher for a lot longer than Snow. But let me just show you guys. Take a mental picture of this. Like, this is the same exact setup. So, and you're getting it not when it's already had 3 green candles. If the person that was asking about Snow, this is the same exact setup, but it hasn't had those 3 big old green candles that you saw. Okay, so this is the exact same setup that Snow had, and Snow wasn't bull diverging on a weekly time frame. It was bull diverging on a daily time frame. So, I mean, this is the exact same setup. So if you like Snow, if you like Roku, to be honest, it looks bullish, especially on a weekly time frame. So if you're looking on a weekly time frame, you probably want to look for two months out, maybe. You know, maybe you definitely want a month. But I like it. It looks okay. Do you give strikes and expirations? Of course. Of course. I tell you when to get in. I tell you when I'm trimming profit. I don't tell you when I'm selling my whole bag because, you know, you should be. All right. Anyways, I gotta go. My dog just peed on the ground, bro. Yeah, he just peed on the ground. But anyways. Anyways, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I'll try to be live a lot more. And yeah, man, thank you guys for tuning in. I haven't been live in a while, but I appreciate the people that came in and tuned in anyways, even though I wasn't consistent. And I will be posting it on YouTube, so don't worry, it'll be on the YouTube. The link is in the bio for the YouTube. The July 4th sale is on the YouTube. Is in the link tree. Just go to the link in the bio. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out. Peace. The promo is 4. You just type 4 at checkout.